Do you know that some of the most impactful speakers encourage you to write books? The biggest millionaires encourage you to become published authors. You don't believe me? Check it out.
Something any of us in here could do. Here's something any of you watching this video could do. Anybody could write a book.
I wish people understand.
I remember before I wrote from the...
Having Coach Nina really helped walk and guide me through this entire process of writing my first book. And when I tell you, it made it so much easier.
This book basically feels like another child of mine. Like I've given birth,
Keep telling people that.
you know, to a child. But it's.
Have you heard about the Nina Motivate Mastermind, like self-publishing mastermind class? Oh my goodness, yes, I did that. Greatest experience ever. Have you ever worked with someone who walked with you step by step along the way?
Hey y'all. Hey. Technology is trying not to be my friend today. But guess what? We gonna make it work. We are going to make it work. I mean, it didn't upload my slides or none of that stuff. But guess what? Y'all know I don't give up, right? Anybody that know me, know I don't give up. So with or without the slides, y'all, we gonna make this work. We gonna make it a great day, a great training. And y'all gonna get what I got to give you, okay? And it's good. It's some good stuff. And so I'm gonna try to upload it again. And let's see what happens if I have the opportunity to upload it. Hopefully you all can see me. If you can see me, if I'm not frozen, and if you are in the chat, say hey girl, hey, so that I know that you are here and that you are ready for this challenge, that you are ready to stop thinking and start doing, that you are ready for what we're going to offer today. Okay, I see somebody's here. Hey. Start off the way I normally start off. So let me rewind. Technology acting up kind of threw me off. So here we go. Hey, it's Nina Motivates, and y'all, I'm not feeling my best. That's how I know this challenge gonna be good, y'all. I left my tissue box over there. Excuse me. And I'm gonna keep it going. All of a sudden, you know how you be feeling all right, you be feeling fine, and then all of a sudden you're not feeling all right, you're not feeling fine. So you probably can hear it in my voice. I might sneeze a couple times, but guess what? I am going to get through this today. We're gonna get through this today. I'm not stopping. Hopefully the slides upload, and guess what? If they don't, that's all right. Guess what? Your girl gonna keep going anyway, okay? Because I know my stuff, okay? That's all that's it. And so I'm excited to be here with you all today. This is day one. Thank you. I did sneeze and you said bless you. Thank you so much. And so I'm glad I got on glasses today, because yeah, y'all see it. But I'm gonna say I feel good, because I'm gonna manifest that from the spiritual to the natural into my body. Y'all, I was out this morning. I was fine when I was out this morning. I was on Good Morning Aurora podcast this morning. And I did that podcast. I was feeling fine. I came home. I was teaching my students. I was feeling fine. I started feeling a little tired. Took me a little nap. Woke up like, wait a minute. Oh my gosh, I'm not feeling like Nina. So after this, I want to do some work, but I'm going to rest, because I'm not stopping. I'm going all week long. All week long, we're going to go. We're going to get this challenge on and popping, okay? That's what we're gonna do. What I think I'm gonna do is to screen share, since it don't want to act right, right? It don't want to act right, and that's okay. I'm gonna just share my screen, because I have my PowerPoint still up, and we gonna make this. We gonna make it do what it do, y'all. We're gonna make it do what it do. And I mean, it don't even want to show in there, okay? I mean, it is just like, this was gonna be good, okay? I do need some rest. I do. I feel it. I know my body is like, girl, we're gonna have to go lay down. We're gonna have to go and lay it down. So I'm gonna rest tonight, and then tomorrow I'm going to get back to my normal routine. I'm going to give me some, I'm going to cook something up real quick and eat and just rest the rest of the night. As much as I have a mindset of I want to work, you hear it, you see it, I feel it. And so we're going to use wisdom in this thing. So let's try to screen share again, because I want to be strong, but again, I don't want to be long. And so I want to make sure that I give you what God gave me to give you, and then drop the mic, just drop the mic. All right. I think it's going to let me share it this way. Let's see. Let me go on Facebook and make sure that you all can see my PowerPoint, and we can follow along together and all of the things. So let's do that. Let's do this, and I think you can. Everything is just everything is everything. And so I'm hoping that you all can see me and see the screen. I think y'all can see it. I think y'all can see it. It won't let me see the comments. It keep popping the, but we gonna go ahead and go. We're gonna go ahead and go. I believe that y'all can see it. And so it's back and forth between the video and between this. It's not allowing that. So that's okay. We're gonna make it do what it do, because I'm gonna get y'all this today. We're talking about you stop overthinking and start writing. And so we're gonna get right into it. And so the first thing I want to do is introduce myself, because there may be some people here who was like, who is this lady? I never heard of her. I just was sent this live. I was sent this recording. This recording will be available on my page on Facebook for about 24 hours. You can catch the replay forever on my YouTube page. So you will be able to go to my YouTube page, YouTube / Nina Motivates, and you will be able to see all of my stuff there. All of my recordings will stay there. And so you will be able to catch it there. So I am Nina Motivates. Nina Motivates is what I like to say. But again, y'all, I may be a little off, but I'm gonna be better tomorrow. Y'all gonna be like, man, she on fire. I am a youth pastor at Behold Christian Center. I am a certified life coach. I coach people in the areas of book writing and overall self-love. My target audience is aspiring authors and youth. I love me some youth. If you know me, you know youth are my it factor. Hence being a youth pastor. I also, I see it on there. I'm an inspirational trainer, aka motivational speaker. I inspire you to live your absolute best life and to live in purpose, on purpose, and for purpose. The only limits you have are the limits you put upon yourself. How do I know? Because I know we can do anything we need to do, want to do, or desire to do, according to Philippians 4:13. Oh, have you heard it yet? I love me some Jesus. I have published over 24 books, including 8 anthologies, 9 and 10 is coming out. Number 9 will be out this month. Number 10 will be out next month. The Dear God series, I'm so excited about that. I have assisted over 100 people in becoming published authors. I am the dean and teacher at Homeschool Helps, not-for-profit. Homeschool Helps, where we have some amazing teenage African-American boys. I like to say my young Black men, my young Black boys, and they are amazing. So I have a doctorate in philosophy and Christian leadership and business, and I was a 2024 Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award recipient, as well as a 2024 Page Award recipient from the You Belong Foundation. I like to say to know me is to love me, but that's just me. Okay. I like to laugh. I'm a wife. I am a bonus mom of 1. I am a daughter. I am a baker. I am just me. I love to have fun. I love to love life. If you've never seen me before, I do have a physical difference. I was born with what's called club hands, meaning my thumbs didn't have bones in them, so the doctor had to cut my thumbs off and move all my fingers over one place. But I don't let that stop me. My arms may be short, curved, limited movement in my left hand. However, again, I do anything needed, wanted, or desired. And so if you see the pictures here, the second picture can kind of give you a little glimpse of my arms and my hands. But as you also see, I don't let nothing stop who? Me. All right, let's get off of me. I'm not the star of the show today. I'm just the one teaching the class. So the first thing I want you to do, and I hope you got pen and paper, because you don't come to class. You don't come to learn something and not be prepared, right? So I know y'all prepared. I know you prepared. If you prepared, put in the comments. I'm ready. I'm prepared. I'm here to write. I'm here to grow. I'm here. I know you are. So let's get right to it. This thing better still be recording for y'all, because it is not allowing me to click on and see that I am live. So let's go. Your why. Do you know your why? Why do you want to and need to write a book? Why do you want to and need to write a book? Yes, I said need, because a lot of people want to write a book, but don't you know you need to write a book? I don't think it's showing y'all all my slides. I'm looking at the thing now. Okay, so let me stop sharing. Let me stop sharing. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Now I think y'all can see this slide, but I stopped sharing it, so you can't see the slide. Y'all is going, it's making me go through today. It is. It's making me go through, but guess what? We go through to get through. So I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna share the screen again, and I'm not going to make it big. I'm just gonna keep it where it is. Okay, we're gonna do that. That's what we're gonna do. Because it finally let me see it on there. This is listen, Linda, listen. We finna get through this. We finna do this. So what is your why? Why do you want to and need to write a book? If you know your why, I want you to go ahead and put it in the chat. I want you to tell me in the chat your why. I want you to tell me why you want to and need to write a book. Listen, I never thought I would be a published author. Why? Because in school, I took English with support, okay? I was like, this not for me. Now, when I first went to college, I said, you know what? I'm going to become an English major, get strong in something that I'm not strong in. After I tried computer science, then I went to English, and I'm like, Nina, you've never been an English expert or felt like you're best doing English. And so I was like, you know what? We're going to switch it all out. Okay, and I did what God told me to do, which was go into human development and family studies, which is what I got my bachelor's in, right? And so when he told me in 2012 that I needed to release a book, I laughed. Like, me, we playing, right? Actually, I believe he told me in 2011, and I started writing in 2012, because sometimes we sit on our tails. So I'm not telling you what I think, I'm telling you what I know. And so when you know your why, you are able to move in that thing, okay? And I say why you want to write a book, because a lot of times we have that passion. We know this is something we want to do, but you also need to write a book. Nina, why do I need to write a book? Well, when you write a book, you leave a legacy for your future generations. Look how many books we are reading, and the authors have long gone. You know, we are looking at their third and fourth generation, right? And so that book makes you an expert as well. So you're leaving a legacy for your family. You are becoming an expert in that thing, because that makes you an expert, right? Which is why I had to eventually come out with You Can Publish the Master Manual, because I'm teaching all these publishing classes. I needed a book on publishing. Hence, I got one now. Also, it helps you heal. Sometimes we need to heal. Writing is therapy, okay? It is therapeutic. Sometimes you are writing about some stuff that is touching your heart and your soul, and you like, hold up, wait a minute, what's happening here? But as you write, and the more you write, the more you heal. Also, it helps you to tell your story. It helps you to tell what it is that you're an expert about, what you know that you want to make sure somebody else know. And last, and most importantly, it is to help someone else. See, oftentimes we think we're writing for us, but we're writing for someone else. When I wrote my very first book called Because I Love Me, that book was not for me, y'all. That book was for everybody else who needed to learn the value of self-love, who needed to learn how to love themselves, who needed to learn what love even was. Because oftentimes we think we do, but that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. But as I went through the process of learning to love myself, learning to forgive myself, learning who I was, I had to write that book about it. And it helped me heal more. It helped me get more speaking engagements. It opened up doors I didn't know it would open. Before I even had the book in my hand, I sold 100 copies of the book, over 100 copies of the book, because it helped me heal. I began to speak about it, and then it began to help ourselves. You may not know who you're writing for, but the most important thing is for you to write. God will do the rest. As you publish that book, as you do that thing that you're supposed to do, he'll take care of the rest. You do your part and let God do his, okay? That's important. That's important. All right. I feel my nose getting back stuffy and stuff. So I'm gonna move through a little bit faster. Okay, I see the comments. My need and want to write a book is because there's a need in the world to know more about Christ. And my way to evangelize is through storytelling. A to the man. Amen. So once you have your why, I do want to tell you, write your why down. Write your why down. Put your why on your where you gonna see it every morning. Where if it's on the mirror in your bathroom, if it's on the ceiling in your bedroom, if you can get up that high, if it's on the door when you get ready to open your door and that's the first thing you see, or the outside of your door, so that whenever you come in your room, it's the first thing you see. Write it down, put it in your phone, set an alarm to go off for you to read your why every day. That may sound extreme, but let me tell you why you do that. Because when you remember your why, it will keep you going. Okay? When people, when all the creators of the world begin to create things, they didn't do it easily. If you go study how the light bulb was made, you'll see it took, man, hundreds and hundreds of tries before getting it right. So they had to think about why they were doing it. Everybody, when the restaurants was created, I love watching The Food That Built America, because it shows you the drive and the passion and the why behind things. Okay, and that's the same thing goes when you are writing your book. Now let's get to this point right here. No negativity. You got to silence all negative speech and thoughts from you and from other people. Everybody is not going to want to hear your vision. Some people may laugh. Some people may doubt you. Some people may tell you, oh, yeah. And you may feel like they not really for it. Or you may be telling yourself, ain't nobody going to read my book. Ain't nobody going to read my words. Ain't nobody going to buy my book. You may be telling yourself all of the things. Stop it. Okay? Let me just nip it in the bud for you right now. Stop it. Because if God gave you the idea, if he put it in you, if he told you to do it, if he said the time is now, then who is the world around you? If God is for you, who could be against you? If he's put that passion in you, stop doubting yourself. Matter of fact, step out on faith. Be unstoppable. Stop allowing the thoughts that's in your head, or the fact that you think you lack experience or you don't know how. Baby, everybody lacks experience before they do something. You got to do it in order to get the experience in it. When a baby first learns how to walk, it's scary. They used to sit and they used to crawl and scooting, but then to get up and they wobbling. But every time they fall down, they keep getting up until they walk. And then they realize that's the best thing in the world and they take off running. What if that happens for you? A lot of time we think what if in the negative sense, but you got to take that what if and take every negative and make it a positive. What if 100 people need your book today? What if soon as you release your book, out to you and ask to have lunch with you and tell you how your book was their story and it helped heal them? Because that's what happened to me with my first book. A 77-year-old woman wanted to have lunch with me and I had no idea why. I knew she bought the book, but we didn't know each other, which is why you always put your contact information in the back of your books, not your personal information. You get an email address, you can get a Google number, a business number, or anything. That's another tip for another day, but I wanted to make sure I threw that out there. But you put your contact information in your about author, which you want to have in the back of your book, okay? And so you have that in there, and you make sure that you get that information in there so that somebody, if they want you to come speak. I had so many speaking engagements after I released that book, and so many different other opportunities that came about because of me releasing that book. And so if I stood in there, I was telling my business, y'all. I was telling about how I spent 14 hours in a jail cell from a relationship I was in. Yep. I was telling about all the unhealthy decisions I made because I really didn't know how to love me. And I wanted people to accept me. And I, thought having a physical difference, I needed to accept what I had. I told all of it. And I know some of y'all like, Nina, what? Wait a minute. Go back. Rewind. That's another talk for another day. Okay. Get the first book. I'm revising it. We'll talk about that another time too. But yeah, so you can't be so afraid of telling your dirt that you hold it back when you know that that's what you're supposed to release. What if that's the thing that gets you to your next? But if you don't silence the negative thoughts in your own head and silence the negative people, you might have to cut some people off. And that's okay. Cut them off. It'll be all right. You'll be all right. They'll come back around. And even if they don't, they wasn't meant for you forever. So you got to make some decisions and you got to stick with it and be okay with it. And you got to get on that wheel and you got to stay on that wheel. Okay, we're not going to stay on this all day, but I hope y'all get the idea. Leave negative alone. Positivity is waiting on you. There's more for you than against you. If you might think, oh, there's so many people against me, get around the people that's for you and stay around those people. Even take those negative thoughts, throw them in the garbage. Do it anyway. Do it afraid. Most people do. I'm telling you what I know. I'm not telling you what I think. Most people do. Okay? Hey, thank y'all. I see y'all coming in. Yes. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I see that. So the first thing you want to do, let's get into a few steps, and I'm not going to give you a whole lot of steps because oftentimes people say, Nina, you just drive so much. And I do not want to overwhelm you. If you see me keep looking down on the side, that's because I'm looking at the comments. I'm making sure that you can see the slide, all of the things, right? And so, I see another why. I like to read the whys. My why is because God is calling me to tell my story in this time for young women, let me say, make it so I see all the words. All women actually can know that there is hope in this journey called life. And for sure, God is knowing all and see all what we go through. Oh my goodness, that right there. I may have missed some words up because y'all, I'm trying to hold my nose, but that right there. And so I want y'all to be keeping y'all whys at the forefront of y'all mind. And I want you to write it. I want you to post it. Take a picture of it and put it in the comments once you post it somewhere. Or send it to me if you know me. Send it to my inbox. Show me that you are doing the work, okay? And I'm going into y'all call to action, but let's keep going. The first thing you need to do is have an idea. What is your idea? Know what you want to write about and why you want to write about that topic. Okay, you got to know what you want to write about. I am currently in a season where God is pushing me to release children books. Now, if you know me, I've done a lot of self-help books. I've done I Choose, which is a book for you to know about choices, and it's an updated version of that coming. I have a Junior Lady in Waiting for young girls to learn about what goes on through their bodies when they're going through different stages and how to just be a lady, okay? I have Lady in Waiting for the single ladies, because anybody know that I was a lady in waiting for a very long time, a decade pretty much, before I got married, and I was celibate through that journey. And so my different journeys I wrote about. So I'm going to topic 2 while I'm doing topic 1. I always stay with what I know and what I have experience in. Because if I don't have experience in it, I'm not going to write a cookbook. Do I have experience in cooking? Yes, but that's not my area of expertise. I'm not a chef. I could introduce you to my chef, but I'm not a chef, and that's not an area where I'm trying to grow in and I'm trying to go in. Sometimes people just do things outside of their comfort zone just because they know how to do it. Everything you know how to do is not going to be what God tells you to do. I'm a baker. Anybody had Nina Boo sweets in their life? If you've had Nina Boo sweets, drop it in the comments, okay? But and I make some good butter cookies and chocolate chip cookies and all of the things. And when I bake, but I don't want to be people booking me for this and this and that. Now my faithful few, they know I bake for them. But I may not write a cookbook on baking, right? I may not write a cookbook on baking. Hey, but stay within what you know. I know how to put how to encourage people to write books. I know how to tell the person who's never wrote a book, who feel like their English is jacked up, the steps to write a book. I know those things. And so I was able to write about it. I did research. I still attend classes. If anybody, if you're on my Facebook page, I don't think I shared it to LinkedIn or YouTube yet, but you see that Saturday, I went to an Inspired to Write workshop, right? I wasn't on a panel. I wasn't a speaker there. I gave a little comments at the very end, but that wasn't my stage, but I went to learn. So you got to know that it's okay to go and learn more about whatever it is that you're writing about. Okay, do your research on your topic. Know what you want. If you had an experience in life writing about that, you could do that because it's your experience. You're telling it from your experience, okay? And that's fine. That you're the expert at you. If nothing else, You're the expert at you, at your life, at your experiences. And you don't realize how you can definitely help heal somebody else. And this now generation need us to tell our stories, to stop hiding behind shame, to stop hiding behind what somebody gonna say. Most times they talking anyway. So what? They talked about Jesus. They gonna talk about you anyway. Do it anyway. People was coming up to me after my first book, like, girl, why are you telling all your business and this, and that? But for that 77-year-old woman who had me to come and speak to her, for all the youth events that I was able to speak to and tell my truth and try to help them to prevent from making some of the same mistakes I made, or to know that even if they're in mistakes that they could overcome, for the women workshops and the singles workshops that I was able to go and speak at and empower them and leave them with something that they could tangibly walk away with. And if they're able to pull it off of their shelves and open it up and read it, right? So you got to know what you want to write about, and you want to know why you want to write about that thing, and then you want to stay within what you know. You don't want me to write a book about construction. I don't know nothing about construction. I can't tell you how to put up a door. I can't. Give me 1 second, y'all. I got to clear this up a little bit, and I need to drink a little water. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Put a 1 if you're picking up what I'm putting down and if it's making sense. Put a 1 in the comment if you're picking up what I'm putting down. So I know that you're with me too. I want to know that y'all with me. All right, so y'all got that, and you can screenshot this, and again, it'll be up for you. It'll be up for you. I'm almost done, y'all. I'm almost done. The next step. It's that simple. It's as simple as to start writing. Yep. All you have to do is start writing. I don't know how. Nope. Let's stop all of that. Stop it. Because I'm going to give you some real simple steps. First, let me explain to you. There are multiple writing styles. You do not have to write like the next person. Me, I often sit at this computer, pull up Microsoft Word, and just start typing. I got a secret book that most people don't even know I'm typing, right? It's maybe 3 or 4 people that know I'm typing that particular book. And then my children's book, the manuscript to that, my first one, because it's going to be multiple books. The first one, Nina's Club Hands, is already written, and my illustrator, shout out to my illustration team and graphic design team. We got 727 Marketing, we got Jaden, and we got Sean. They are working on all of the background stuff, the images and all of the other things, right? And so that book is already written. And that's because I'm the type of person that sit down and I just want to write. And you may be a person that, nope, I need an outline first. I need to write down the steps. You know, some people love journaling. You may be a person that journal. Whatever you do is okay. Don't let nobody box you in to tell you, well, the first thing you have to do, if you don't write an outline, you're not going to be successful with writing your book. That's a lie from the pits of hell. That may not be your style. And that's what's wrong with the school system. They want all these kids to learn the same exact way. And then, okay, I'm not supposed to go off in a tangent about that. Let me focus, Nina, focus. No are alike. No 2 people are alike, and no 2 people have to write alike. Okay. So if you're the person that want to write an outline, that want to write, okay, my intro, my chapters, and I'm going to go through the components of the book, I think tomorrow. And so that's fine. You can write down all the chapters and write down all of the things and then go one by one, if that's best for you. But if you're a person that say, I just need to sit and write, just sit and write. If you're a person that needs to handwrite first. Take note of this. Whenever you handwrite, but then either the next day or even after you're done handwriting, type that stuff up or voice record it in your phone or whatever and email it to yourself. Why? Because you don't want to lose books. I was writing an amazing young girls book about girls being in the counseling section. It's coming back to my mind now, over 10 years later. But I was writing about it and I was talking. I remember now I'm starting to remember more of what it was about. Maybe God is going to allow me to get back to writing that particular book. But I wasn't saving it enough and I wasn't emailing it to myself. And my computer crashed and I lost that book. And I mean, that was such a book that I could see that book being a movie or a play. And all of the different girls, they were going to like a counseling coaching session, and they were sitting in the circle, and each one of them was dealing with different things. But the book, it was my first more so, it was still a self-help book, but it was written in a novel form. And so I believe God is going to let me get back to that. But I share that experience because I lost that book, and I believe that book was going to be so dope. And I never got back to that book yet, but I'm going to get back to it. And so I encourage you. And I also had a client that wrote her book. She was pretty much done with it, but she wouldn't listen to me. She wouldn't type it. Type as you go along. Type as you go along. Email yourself some of it as you go along. She took her notebook somewhere and lost the notebook, never found it, had to start all over. So learn from the mistakes of others so that you don't have to make that mistake, okay? And then guess what? Once you know your writing style, follow your writing style, go with your writing style. You only need 10 minutes a day. If you spend more than that, that's fine. Some people tell you 5 minutes. I say 10 because we all got 10 minutes a day. We spend 10 minutes scrolling on Facebook or Instagram, TikTok, whatever. We spend 10 minutes a day taking selfies or looking at ourselves or playing games on our phone. We spend 10 minutes a day doing nothing, sitting, thinking in our own mind. We spend 10 minutes a day just do it while you are in the bathroom. Okay, I ain't gonna get too graphic. Be in the bath. You in the bathroom, take your phone, take your computer, your tablet, whatever. And while you in there, for them 10 minutes on that toilet, go to right. I got a little comedy side of me too, y'all. I'm a little comedian too. Okay, Code Red coming out. And so you may want, I'm showing you that there are no excuses. If you make an excuse, that's because you want to make an excuse. But I'm going to help you remove all excuses. So if you put excuses back, that's by choice. Okay? But we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that, y'all. So 10 minutes a day. Set an alarm in your phone. Set an alarm to go off. And have it scheduled to say write, so you won't be like, why is this alarm going off? Name it. Time to write. If you could talk to you, tell it to talk to you. Time to write. Okay? We all got these series and Alexis, because I don't want her to think I'm talking to her. She'll start talking to her. We can tell them, hey, remind me to write 10 minutes a day every day at 9 p.m. or whatever. Use what you got to get what you need. Whether you're telling your phone, your tablet, your computer, your device, do it, y'all. 10 minutes a day. I had one client, I challenged her 10 minutes a day, right? And then one day she reached out to me. She said, Nina, I just sat here and wrote for 2 hours. 2 hours. She said, and it felt so good and so freeing and all of the things. Oh, I'm going to have to add this to my thing because a lot of people like writer's block. And I want to talk about writer's block one day and how to overcome writer's block. I think that's going to be if I don't have time to do that in one of these trainings, I'm going to just do a bonus and put it out there about writer's block. Okay. We're going to unblock the blockage. Okay. And so the 10 minutes a day, set an alarm. I kind of went down, make writing a habit. I was not a writer. So to have over 24 books out, to consistently be helping other people write books, to be writing more of my own in this season, my God, it had to be God. It's a habit for me now. Right? And get you an accountability partner. Because when you have somebody else holding you accountable and they're checking in with you, or get you a coach. You could get you a writing coach. Invest in yourself. Stop feeling like you can't invest in yourself. Okay? We make sacrifices for everything else. Why can't you invest in your next? Okay? Because as you're along the process, you may be investing in yourself now, but that thing that you're investing yourself in can help make you a whole lot of money. A whole lot of money. It could lead you to your next or anything. Okay? But get yourself the right accountability partner. Don't just grab anybody. Okay? Grab a person that is really going to hold your hand and just be with you through the process. And when I say hold your hand, that don't mean every single hour they're going to be accessible to you. But they're going to check in with you. Hey, it's midweek check-in, girl. Let me tell you what I've done, what you've done. Try to find somebody who's doing it on the same road as you. If you know somebody else that is writing a book or desires to write a book, hey, y'all come together. Y'all can have Zooms every week. Me and one of my sister girls, we're starting to get on Zoom every Friday just to have a Bible study with each other. We're holding each other accountable with how many books that we got, chapters we gonna read of a particular book of the Bible. And then on Fridays we get together. And then I'm a part of another Bible challenge. And on Fridays we get together. Okay, so there are ways for you to do it. Just get the right accountability partners. Okay. And so the last thing for y'all today. Call to action. I'm not every single day that you come in here, you're going to get a call to action. The first thing I want you to do is pray. I'm a woman of God. I love me some Jesus. And I dare not tell you not to pray. Encourage you to pray. Because he's going to give you everything you need. He's your first coach. Yes, he has created us as coaches here on the earth realm. But he's your first coach. And I tell you, when I started pausing and allowing him to coach me, I have life coaches as well, but he's my first life coach because he is life, right? And so he's my first life coach. And when I pray, I get the blueprint. And when I say opportunities come to me in so many different areas, he's blowing my mind. But I have to pray every day and be silent to hear him. Because every opportunity that comes don't mean that's from him, so I have to make sure I listen. Okay, and so I'm going into different things with you all, but I got to get what he's giving me. And so when it comes to your book, sometimes people are done with their books and they try to force stuff because they think it should be this or it would be that. And if God tell you to cut it off, you got to cut it off. And some people need to start their book and they get the direction from God. You get that stuff in prayer. Okay, you get it in prayer. The second thing I want you to do is to write your why. I've been telling you this since the beginning. Write your why. And because when you have your why in front of you, it'll make you get out of bed. It'll make you do stuff when you need to do it. Y'all, when I started not feeling well today, I remembered my why. And I got up out of that bed. I laid down for an hour and I got into a deep sleep. But I remembered my why. I remembered that God told me to do this. He told me to do this challenge and I'm doing it different. Any coach will tell you when you do a challenge or anything like that, you need to have a landing page. They need to sign up and all of that stuff. But God has been having me do things different this year and I'm just following his lead. He said, nope, just do it. Just tell people where they can catch you live at. Now, I will have some offers for you. I'm not going to tell you that I'm not going to have no offers because I do got some offers, but not today. Today, once I'm done with this slide, I'm out. Okay, I'm not offering anything. I will put up how you can reach out to me and contact me and things like that, but I'm not going to pitch today. But I will pitch within these 5 days. Don't expect me not to, okay? Because I have some great things coming up that many of you can benefit from. And so I'm gonna say that for when he tells me now. But today he said, just encourage the people. Just get the people started writing. Just get the people off of their soapbox. So my second thing is, what is your idea? If you know your why, I know I want to write this. I know why I want to write this. And then you know your idea, which is what we talked about in step 3, having your idea. If you start having your idea, you know your idea, if you know you want to write a book for women to heal, if you want to heal the little girl inside of you, if you know your idea, that helps you. Because tomorrow we are going to talk about getting started. We're going to mention about your niche, creating your avatar, because you want to have an ideal person that you're writing for. For example, my children's book, that's an idea. So my idea is, I need to write children's books. It's time for me to write my children's books about living with a physical difference, growing up as a little girl with a physical difference, to help the kids of today. Because now today, all you need to do is have different hair color than the next person. And they think that, oh my gosh, your hair is this or your hair is that. And so God is now having me in this season to tell my story. And my first children's book, Nina's Club Hands, is talking about from birth to 5 years old, right? So it's just, the first book is only talking about the first 5 years of my life. So that's my idea. I know my age group. I know 0 to 5. So I know my language, and it's for the parent. I can't wait till y'all get y'all hands on this book. But I know my idea is I'm writing for this person. And then tomorrow, when I talk about the niche and the avatar and things like that, I'm going to use this as an example too, because I'm getting into tomorrow. I feel myself going there and I have to stop, pull back, wheel it, to create your avatar so that as you're writing in the language, you're writing in and so that it's appropriate for the age group and all of those things. So you want to have your idea. That's your challenge tonight, is to write your why, spend your 10 minutes writing your why and your idea. And if your froggy jump, if your froggy jump, and what I mean by that is, what I mean by if you froggy jump, if you already know where you going, start writing. Start writing. 10 minutes. That's it, y'all. That's all 10 minutes. You got it. Set an alarm for 10 minutes and then celebrate yourself. If it's the first time you taking 10 minutes to write, celebrate yourself for taking those 10 minutes, because everybody has a book in them. Y'all heard it from Myron Golden, right? If you don't know who Myron Golden is, you better go research him, okay? So the people that's out here, the wealthiest people in the world, they all got books. They all got books. Why don't you got a book? Well, Nina, I ain't wealthy yet. Come on. We hear so many people talking about manifestations and this and this and that. Listen, Linda, listen. It takes you to do what it is that God is putting you, and to stop coming up with so many excuses. If you got to do it afraid, baby, do it afraid. When Peter first stepped out on that water, he was like, oh, okay, you told me to do it, so I'm going to do it. And the winds and the waves came, and he started to sink. But what happened? Jesus reached down and grabbed him, and then he walked on water again successfully and got back to the boat. Let's talk about that part. Because oftentimes people like, well, Peter started thinking, he looked at the storms around him, but he got back up and he walked on water successfully that second time, because he walked back up. Okay, so Jesus is already with you. He already with you. All you got to do is step out of the boat and start writing. Once you get started, it is a healthy addiction. It is a healthy addiction that you want. That you want. No more excuses. Come on, y'all. Put it in the comments. No more excuses. No more. I see ones. I see y'all. I see y'all. No more excuses. You know, I love it. Thank y'all for joining in today. I appreciate y'all. Are you talking about them cookies, girl? Them cookies. You missed the cheesecake? Well, somebody's birthday today. Shout out to Mr. J. Hey, I was just talking about, I'm a little biased, maybe. Oh, well, the best graphic designer. I know. I'm going to just say I know, so I don't sound too biased. On this side of heaven, Sean Robinson of 727 Solutions, and he be providing all the solutions. And shout out, happy birthday to Mr. J. Mr. Jaden. He is the illustrator for many of my client books, and Sean of 727 is the graphic designer for many of the book covers. Y'all know I'm gonna promote my folks. Why? Because they need to be promoted. One, and they dope. Too, and just because I can, and ain't nothing nobody can do about it. But I love y'all. I thank y'all for taking time out for you. And listen, when I tell y'all that I know that, how can I say this? God has given so many of you all books, but you have not done nothing. You don't know if this book or those books is the thing that will lead you to your thing. You don't know if those books will be the thing that heal you, along with healing other people. You don't know if your words will change and shift the atmosphere in your family, if it will free your family. You have no idea, but what's in you needs to come out. It needs to come out. You want it to come out. So you got to stop with the excuses and stop thinking you can't, and stop worrying about who is or who is not going to support you. Listen, I have some people that was, you would think, oh, family this, family that. So what if your family don't buy a book? I have certain family members that I just knew was gonna support me and did not and have not. And I told y'all I've written over 2 dozen, have not purchased not one. And that's okay. You gotta get used to getting out of your comfort zone. Because the very people that you think won't support you will be the people that support you. And the very people you think should and is so-called obligated to support you first off, ain't nobody obligated to do anything. So just do it. Allow God to lead you. Allow him to use your hands. Because somebody is waiting on you so that they can heal. Somebody is waiting on you so that they can get to their next. So you got to get to your next so that you can pull the next person up. So I challenge you. I challenge you today to get started with your writing journey. You absolutely can publish. You absolutely can do it. Do the call to action. And I definitely look forward to seeing you all here tomorrow. I look forward to seeing you at 4 p.m. tomorrow. Just like today, I didn't let nothing stop me no matter what. Tomorrow, honey, I'm not letting nothing stop me tomorrow either, okay? I love you all so very much. I appreciate you all. And this is only your beginning. Get ready for your next, because your next is already waiting for you. I am Dr. Nina Addison, the You Can specialist, proving to you that you can do anything needed, wanted, or desired. How do I know? Because Philippians 4:13 tells us so. So, in that, you all have a very blessed and God-filled night. Keep me in prayer, because all this stuff that's I'm hoping that this, how sometimes we get them little 24-hour little things that try to come upon you, but rest, some tea, some medicine, then you all healed up. I'm believing that's going to be my testimony, because I'm going to come back here whole and healthy and healed on tomorrow in Jesus' name. Okay? I love you all. I thank you all for tuning in. And until next time, bye for now.
Miss Nina, she is one of a kind, honestly.
Amen.
I dare not live a disabled life.
That's right.
I can do anything I need to do, want to do, and desire to do, and so can you. Yes. All you have to do is remove the limits off yourself. Because the only limits you have are the limits you put upon yourself. Yes. So again, say my difference.
My difference.
Makes a difference.
Makes a difference.
For your organization to be inspired, impacted, educated, this woman covers all the bases. My name is James Whitney III. That's my story. I'm going to stick to it. Nina, you got to have her in your event. You have to bring her into your conferences, because she will deliver in a very profound, impactful, but more importantly, a natural, honest, real way.
You got to know that your difference makes all of the difference. Y'all, I'm a young, black, disabled female from the south side of Chicago. I was
Workshop, and I just want to talk about how not only relatable I found what she was talking about, but like motivational, even though I know that's what she do and that's, what she says she does, but like it kind of motivated me on the level I didn't expect.
To Nina today on the stage. I'm telling you, if you are looking for a speaker for your TEDx, for inspiring children, just about inspiring anyone.
Miss Nina came today, and I feel like the conversation she had with us was very motivating and helping, because we are future bosses, and seeing her motivates us to be better and want to do more and be greater.
I just heard Miss Nina Addison speak. When I heard she was called Nina Motivates, I see why. I mean, she had the room on their feet. This lady is a powerhouse. She was amazing.
The stairs became unbearable. This didn't feel good, and I didn't want to show my arms. But one day, a loved one said to me, "Baby, everybody's different. Some people's difference is just more visible than others." That changed the game for me.
She is is electric, magnifying, and she is speaking in her purpose. If you need a speaker that can uplift young girls and boys, if you are looking for someone to inspire us adults, because sometimes we are too much in our head and we need to hear what she has to say.
Like when you talk about just like the disability, like not thinking it as a way of as an excuse to not get anything done, but as a way to be different from everybody else.